I want to welcome everyone here today. It is Wednesday, the 31st of October. Happy Halloween to everyone. 1 minute to the open. And Harold, you're looking at BEAT. Is that what you wanted to look at? We normally put the symbols in caps, all caps, if that's what you're looking at. And this is still in a downtrend. I want stocks to do higher if you're swinging higher highs, higher lows. Now, as far as the day trade goes, we'll have to wait and see what it opens. Okay, but I'm going to assume day trade for everyone unless they tell me otherwise. This one we'll have to wait and see where it's going. Yeah, thank you. That's easier for us to all see. The other thing that happens is that some of us have access to a program that allows us to scan for symbols by cap letters. All right, we're just about ready for the open here, and we're off. All right, be careful. The first thing you gotta do is if you have any holdings, you should be watching them. They should be number one for you. And then from there, we go on link. Now I need to do LTA. File, exit. LTA. Okay, the scanner will not populate until we get to 5 minute highs and lows. So, all right, let's see. EXAS. No, I thought I had. Okay, here we go. Put that in there. I don't know how those things got rearranged. Anyway, EXAS at 50. Let's use a 5 minute opening range there. The S&P's in chop. Nasdaq's in a grind higher. Let's look at a 6 month on EXAS. All right, it's that's 75. I can hear it calling. We're 2 minutes in, so if you wanted to be an aggressive trader, you can make EXAS above the current high of the day. I think I'll regret having purchased it at 75. I've got 74.89. Yeah. Wow, already up to 76. All right, took money off the table. It's a little bit whippy here. All right. Over 76 for EXAS if you're not in it already. If you're interested in that, we could run. And then again, we could pull back. I'm basically back to flat now for $75. Okay, Nasdaq pulling back. S&P still in chop. Let's go ahead and look at this on a 3-minute. Well, if it goes any lower from here, it's telling me that it's not going to run. All right, Nasdaq moving higher, looking at 69.50 for the high. Oh, how's your beat doing? We're gonna beat down. I don't see beat doing anything here. It's just kind of stationary. IGT. Let's just look at the daily. Yeah, IGT over 18 and a quarter. Okay. Yum China. All right, EXAS, get back up there for me, baby. Yeah. It's still pointing up. Nasdaq selling off, S&P selling off. Watch out. That EXAS is not for the faint of heart. Thanks, David. I think they're maybe taking profits from the overnight session or what. I have no idea. I don't try to say why, but I just watch and see what it's doing. And 73. All right, let's see here. No high short interest or anything in Exact Sciences. So these guys are making Cologuard, which is a non-invasive thing for most people. Should be able to use that to do a colon screen without having to go in to get a colonoscopy. So that'll be good for most people. It's age 50 and over. Only people that get a it's basically a first stop screen. All right, we've got UAA popped up a little bit and it's pulling back. The VIX is kind of bouncing around, and I've got trouble with my scanner there. Let me see if I can bring that up. Hmm. Let's see if we get any populated scans there. UAA there is just holding around 23. Looks like we're at the highs in the S&P and the NASDAQ. Mickey D's is pulling back. One that's running here is Reggie. Well, it gapped up, but save. Akamai's up another 50 cents, but it's back down from the highs. Yum China looks like it's probably running, so I chose the wrong one. Stock to get in. I'm going to have to exit this puppy. All right. Let's see what we can do with Yum China. I'm going to have to let it back off a little bit. I had a $95 loser in EXAS. I tried to give it room, and it didn't quite give me room. EPD. Don't like it. And we're breakout in NASDAQ. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Buddy, get in here. Hey, come here. Come here, buddy. What are you barking at? Nobody wants to hear you. Nobody wants to listen to your infernal barking. Go sit down. Guys, you want to come in? Come in. Everybody has to be quiet. Sit down. Oh, that's Stitch. Everybody sit down and be quiet. All right, I'm back. They must have done some stop raids as they went higher. Just zigzagging all over the place, really difficult. Amgen? It's a kind of a reversion to the mean, and the beat jumped up to the 50, and on a 5 minute chart, it broke over 57.34. If you use the 5 minute opening range, you're already long, and that shooting star does not bode well. And there goes NASDAQ on another move. S&P on another move. Yeah, Young China, basically a 36.75, ran into a gap fill. Beat, might want to keep an eye on Beat. IGT over, what, 18.15. I'm long IGT, but where? Probably the high of the day. Yeah. Let's go back over here. Face plant's going down from, it gapped up to about 155 or 154.75. It's just kind of stable right there at the moment. FireEye gapped over 18. I'd probably look and see if it can pull back. Maybe over 19 on FireEye. There's FireEye on a 5 minute chart, and there's a daily. It may not follow through. We're getting mixed results here today. IGT's giving me a decent pullback there. Was it FireEye? Was what we wanted to keep an eye on. No, I told you at 1880 I wanted to buy it, not 70. Whatever. Amgen's making highs, like you said. Markets are all over the place here, especially the NASDAQ. IGT's trying to go higher. And 2340 in UAA. At 2350. The VIX is going nowhere. So it just looks like we're in kind of no man's land here. Young China's pulling back. IGT needs to get over 1850, I guess. What was the other one we were long in? Not Exact Sciences, it was FireEye. FireEye's doing okay. Excuse me. All right, well, UAA's working. That's a swing, so I'll probably. Yep, it sure is, and that's because it has high short interest. That's what I'm going to maybe. The bottom would be 2375. And that puppy really. There's 68. We got as high as 68. Yeah. Excuse me. Let's see what's running here. SSW? Yep. C-SPAN. Looks like the shippers have been popping up on my scans here lately. Maxell, Yum China. Those are the two that I should have been in. Acor. Acor looks like it's going to pull back here. Well, wait a minute. Where's Exact Sciences? Nasdaq's making a run higher. S&P higher. I'm looking over here at the scanner here. I don't have anything making multiple 5-minute highs other than twos. So, FireEye. FireEye's got to get over this 19 bucks. Let me look at the short interest. I don't think it came up very high. No, it doesn't show at all. There's R2 in NASDAQ, high today. Actually, not the high today. The high today is up there at 69.78. So, ANTM and PG. FireEye's going to pull back and take me out. I'm out. IGT at a loss, so that's two of them today. Okay. Let's see what we're doing here. EXAS. I had a partial profit on a loss net of 95 minus. And then on IGT, 155. Okay. And then FireEye. We'll see what that does. Oh, and I've still got the UAA from yesterday. The back half. Oops. Stay up there. All right. Let's see if we could get to 19. It's 88 in FireEye. All right. What I'll do is I'll put this over here. And then we can start looking at some others here. Let's look at Young China and the pullback here. I don't know about Orbcom, Excel. Government Motors there at 36. It sure looks like it wants to stay at 36, doesn't it? Look at Facebook. Facebook, what you doing? Let me look at the overall big picture. Daily. Facebook could potentially run to 160. Coming to the pre-market highs here. Well, hit 2375 basically on UAA and pulled back. And that was our first level of resistance. Get some more out there, David, for me, please. I would not be going long Facebook up here with the pre-market highs sitting right where they are. Might want 156 and a quarter or so. Go away. Might go for Exact Sciences again over 73, curling back up. Breakout in NASDAQ. Come on, S&P. Okay. 27.21 to 22. Okay, we're long at 77 on Exact Sciences. UAA, FireEye, Exact Sciences. Looking for probably a retest of the $75 to $76 in Exact Sciences. At least that's what I need. Very, very wide spreads there. Probably are not my best choice of stocks to be day trading there with the wide spread. Facebook's approaching 156. You could probably buy it here if you're so inclined. I'm gonna get nibble with 100. Stop that. Let's look at my UAA. All right, this is the UAA that I was talking about. The 2375 was this, and the 2450 is that. Either I want to give it room, or I take the money and run. I'm going to try to give it some room. I may regret it, but I'm going to give it some room. They're all pulling back on me. DIN? Never heard of them. Okay, so FireEye's on autopilot. We've got Facebook, UAA. What about options on EXAS? I don't know, on a intraday basis. I guess it would define your risk, wouldn't it? Uh, Analyze. I'd probably go out to next week, November, at the current. Wow, look at those wide spreads. I mean, nah, you're talking. Well, you can't see it. You see the spreads here? You got to go in the money here to get anything less than a big spread. That's 70, and you're talking $2. You get $3 out of the money. That's a $1.20 spread, and the rest of them are ridiculous. No, 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 no. Sorry, didn't mean to confuse you. Let's try IGT again. Not having a wonderful day here today. Oh, I will point out one thing. This is our profit chart. Even though October has been a nasty month, it's been the best month dollar wise that I've ever had. That was another $75 down the drain on IGT. Fire eyes pulling back. Hopefully it can stay above my stop. Which ought to be right there. And I'm in UAA, coming back up to the top. So I got one more thing. Yeah, Rocketdyne reported, right? There's our spreadsheet, the link I just posted out there. And we're going to have a negative number here probably today. That includes futures when we started in 1 May and what we've got lately. UAA, the face plant's coming back up. Exact Sciences is going nowhere. Akamai's going nowhere. Get rid of that puppy. Get rid of Hormel. Kelly Tincore. The VIX really not doing a whole lot for us. Go UAA, go! Bail my silly backside out. Come on, UAA, come on. So TNA, get a little bit of push here in the markets. The S&P's going to the high. NASDAQ's already there. It looks like Faceplant's having trouble with this level. And well, let me do it the other way. All right, here's Facebook on a 5, 15, basically going nowhere. Let's go look at a daily. And I think Facebook goes ultimately to 160, but it's really having trouble with this 150 level. So let's look at a 60-minute chart, and you see how this this little area of congestion there is exactly what it's battling with. You guys have anything you're ORHOF? All right. Orhoff. I don't think it's going to be on my. Well, son of a gun, it really is. I thought it wasn't going to be on TC2000, but I bet you all the pot traders. It was in a pretty good uptrend until a week ago. I'd make it get over 6 to recapture the uptrend, but yeah. Canopy Growth, CGC. It's now in a solid downtrend. IQ. Yeah. C.H. Robinson Worldwide. APAM. Yes. Well, there's that 2375 again in UAA, and FireEye is going to take me out anytime now. Break out to new highs in the S&P. Can it follow through? Get it pushing NASDAQ. Getting a little bit of a push here in Facebook again, but FireEye just not really wanting to do anything for me. minus 52. UAA is approaching 24 target. Face plant can't not get above that 56 and stay there. And Exact Sciences just actually went back up. It's going to go back up to the high. And okay. I just did another 65 positive, and oh, stop it! Oh, we're getting close to oil. So I've got Facebook, UAA, FireEye. So I've got 100 in this Exact Sciences. I'm actually positive for the day net in that. All right, let's see if we can get oil. Anybody like to trade crude oil? Just the report, anyway. This is what we're looking at. Just kind of an up and down day. So we'll get ourselves situated here. So you long Orhoff, David? Oil's close. My bias of the daily is down on the oils. Okay. So just so you know that. We hit 23.83 there. All right, we're looking at 10:30. There's the oil report. Let's just see what we got going on here. So whatever the report was, no, I'm using /CL. You could use pretty much any of them. I use was it UWT? Yes, UWT and DWT. Up in West Texas, but I'm actually trading the futures. But all right, there's our 2-minute warning that we're cleared in hot now. be a break above that.
Order filled.
Let's see if we could get a runner.
Order
All
filled.
right, I took $100, 10 ticks, and I think it probably runs up to here around 66.30 or so. I'm sorry, but I didn't have a chance to get the DWT, a UWT. So there's a UWT 3-minute chart. I would have looked for a break over the 3180 and move 10 or 15 cents. Again, all I normally try to do, Vern, is scalp these puppies because oil and gold are very volatile. You know, get your money and take it. Take your money and run. You see what happened here with the futures. If I'd have tried to hang on a little bit more, I'd already be underwater. Right. So that's the philosophy there. I do apologize for getting a little bit wrapped around the axle with the stock trades that was there. I probably should have gone over to oil a little bit earlier, and I'll be happy to review that. Okay, we're looking at face plant. Well, you son of a gun. NASDAQ is back up at the highs, and the S&P is breaking out. So we've got a little bit of a divergence here as far as order of magnitudes. The let's see. Well, why don't I do this? Take it to charts. Hang on, daily. That's not what I wanted, you silly toad. I told you I wanted this one. All right, here we go. Crude oil is now back to flat. I still think it goes lower ultimately. Gold down 10, probably headed towards 1200, 1205. S&P, we've recaptured 2725, and I guess the next level is 2750. Let's duplicate that drawing. And let's take that to 2750. That's my next target. And then after that, it's a big mess until we get up to 2820. Dow up 357. It's recaptured 25,150. You got to go a little higher than that, but again, now we're looking at another few days to set higher highs. The NASDAQ, all right, it's having trouble. It's battling the 7,000. That's what we were seeing in the intraday. And the Russell still hadn't got to 140, or 1540, I should say. The VIX is down to 21. I guess we could pull down to 18 or so, but we'll see. All right. Nice rally in the market, but a long ways to go to repair this damage that was done. Okay, let me explain to you. We're now at 1037. Anything after about 10 o'clock or so, maybe a little bit later than that, I move to a 15-minute chart, and I swing kind of an intraday swing on a 15-minute chart. Now, FireEye, unfortunately, took out my stop at 1843, so I took a loss on that puppy, about 50 some odd dollars. That's not that bad. Face plant, you see where its stop is down here. It's pulling back. Not really going anywhere. Exact Sciences, and again, having trouble with this 74, but we're having upward slant. And there was a DWT, which took a nosedive. UWT, on a 15-minute chart, which I would not want to trade. Now we're up here, this 32 and a quarter. Let's look here. Yeah, there's a 5-minute chart. We basically, let's go to a 3. So when it broke out, stochastics or whatever, I guess you could say 31.83 to 32.10 or something like that. That's only about 20 cents or so. But then again, that's kind of what you expect. Let's put this back on a 15. No, that's not what I want. Okay. Excuse me. FireEye is coming back after after hitting this vol stop. Yum China. Yeah, there's a nice little J hook here. I bet you if I went to a 15-minute chart, sorry, a 5-minute chart. Yep. And that's about a 50% retracement, so a buy could have been down in here or right about in here. It's going to have trouble right at 36, so kind of watch that puppy. Starting to get a little bit of a run in the markets here. Maxell never pulled back. SSW only paused and didn't pull back. IGT, kind of sloppiness all over the place here. On a 15-minute chart, I could have probably stuck with that puppy. And there's FireEye, which I'm out. So Government Motors did anything? It's trying to grind a little higher. Just not going to move a lot. Molson Tap. UAA. Excuse me. Oh yeah, Den reported. I actually like going to Denny's for their slams and stuff like that. But $5 plus coffee or something like that, $5 or $6 plus a tip. It's better than a kick in the teeth, Let's see what Den did. Well, yeah, I guess it is. Most of that was on the gap up, though. Let's look at today, 5 minutes. Yeah, you'd had to get in very quickly. And then, but here's the reason I ignored it when I saw it: 16.20. Now it's up $1 for the whole day. I mean, that's the kind of the best case scenario. I don't know. Site, SITE. You know what I'm going to do here? Well, I'm going to take the money and run in UAA plus 150. Actually, 152. Okay. Now I don't have to worry about that puppy anymore. It got up to the 24 and it's 23.75 and it's having trouble with it. IGT's pulling back up here. That have a whole lot of dollars in it, you know. We're selling off in NAS. NAS reluctantly went up to the highs. Well, thanks, Vern. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. When you get stocks that have very high short interest, you can day trade. I day traded with 400 shares. Took off 200, 100, and let the other ride, hoping for 23.75. I didn't get it on the first day. And in fact, from a swing perspective, we'll probably get up to 24.50. I just don't have the patience for it. See how my stochastics RSI is curling up. But it had that first level of defense, 23.75, and it's going to pull back. That's what we expected. Face plant's having some difficulties, but it's in my congestion zone. Fire eye, go to the daily. It's in basic breakout mode, but you do have some other resistance here around 19 or so. So there's not a big surprise that it's not exploding. And Exact Sciences, I had bigger hopes for that one to get up close to 80 the next day or so, but it wasn't to be. Yeah, I took off half already at $65, up near 74. So I'm back to flat again on the back half. Gonna try to give it some room. We might get some. I think we'll get a little bit of a push later today or early afternoon. Get up back to 74. I might cut it to only 50 shares.
Connection lost.
Whoa. That's not good. That is not a sound I want to hear if I'm trading long. NASDAQ looks like it's short right here. Yeah, be careful. A little extended, but I'm not going to go short here. It may work, but it's going to work without me. I think the break was probably below 7,050. See, we're right around that 7,000. We could go either way. That could act as major support or not. Yes. GNC, what are you doing? Recovering from a sell-off earlier in the day. Nothing to write home about on that one, on the daily. Well, looks like 7,000 is failing. Nas. Hit target 1. Target 2. Target 3. Now you're coming into resistance. I expect a bounce here. Got a pocket of resistance from 69.80 to 93. Yum C. Okay, Yum C. Are you long Yum C there, Vern? On a 15-minute basis, could have gone long probably over 35 and a half. Yeah, woulda, shoulda, couldas. Where life is full of them, isn't it? BG. No way, dude. No way. International games right back up to the high 18s again. Yep, minus 204 total. I had overstated it. Slight incline on that one. And there's the UAA that I took off the table. All right, so what are we going to look at there? Well, there's I get. It doesn't look so bad, actually. This looks pretty bad. $224 for Facebook. We did say the Yum China would probably have a little bit of trouble with 36, and it is. Let me show you what it looks like on a 5. That's what it looks like at 5. There was the volume point of control right there at 36. Yeah, this could very easily be kind of a bear flag, but once it got over about 35 and a half, I figured it wasn't really a bear flag. although it's pulling back. Molson Tap. Yep, Tap's doing it got up here. I think it maybe wanted to go back up here and test the highs. Around 64.75-ish. Late in the day for me to be day trading those, though. We're talking initiating a trade at 11 a.m. So 10:55 or something like that. All right. Usually by now a lot of the momentum is gone. Keep an eye on it. All right. Anybody have any questions about what we saw or didn't see today? I want to thank everybody for being here. And remember, if you are not already a member, you can get a $14 30-day trial right there. Cheaper than a trip for two to Denny's. There you go, Bob. Try that. $14 for a 30-day trial. If you want to sign up for more than that, you're more than willing to do that as well. But why don't you start with a 30-day trial? See what goes. All right. Take care, Francis. Hey, Steve. I use. Okay, now are you trying to trade stocks on, or are you trying to get data feed for futures, Steve? I'm going to assume it's futures primarily. Well, you can actually, well, with the multi-user license. Okay. I hook up simultaneously with Thinkorswim, and I use Ninja Broker's feed Continuum, and it does a pretty good job. NT Continuum, and it's available, on. I've been very pleased with the data feed and with the fills actually. Now, you have to buy a multi-user license, which I think is another $300 or so, if you want to simultaneously get multiple data feeds. Where I use for stocks is I will get, I'll hook into my Thinkorswim. Yeah, absolutely. And let me pull up. Now, that's assuming that I want to do a. All right, let's. Where did it go? Oh, here it is, squid. Now this right here is a data feed off of, let's see, EXAS. There's Exact Sciences. I could go to a 3-minute chart here. Now the thing is, all I'm doing here is, well, let's see. I don't have it set up for and let's look at, what was it that we were looking at before? We were looking at TAP, and we were looking at Facebook. and I could use all this. I'm not totally set up NinjaTrader for trading stocks, but I can do that.
Order filled. Target filled.
That's the problem. What I did is it did an instant fill, so I need to instant fill and sale.
Order filled.
All right, and then I could just do here, right click.
Order pending. Order pending.
All right, and that was just a test. No, I can, but I haven't. If you can't see it, but I can connect all my accounts, and but you have to be using NinjaTrader 8, 64-bit. 32-bit doesn't work. One second, folks. Yellow. Yes. Yes. Are you the termite guy?
Yeah, the termite inspector.
Okay.
Is there a special time you like to stop by or anything now?
Yeah, I'll be available in about 10 minutes or so. Where are you at?
I'm at the office right now.
Oh, okay. Now, I've got 3 dogs. I'm gonna lock them up in my office. Now you're gonna have to come. You're outside and inside, right? Both. Okay. That way, they won't bother you. They're not all that sociable, to be honest with you. So, yeah. I mean, you can if you give me a call when you're outside, I'll meet you, and then I'll pay Peter the greeter, and we'll be and I'll let you in to roam the house when you as far as you need.
Okay, I'll be there in about 15 minutes.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Bye. Sorry about that. I'll be happy to work with you there, Bob. I've got a whole slew of training. I'll call them courses or whatever, but they're little. What would I call them? They're little snippets, maybe chapters and stuff. We could, if you give me a call, if you have time, maybe either this any afternoon, not when we're not on. Okay, there you go. There's my cell number, and then you can send me an email, which is at Top Gun Trading 2. I asked the guy, sent an email to a guy who has Top Gun Trading, who's not used it in 2.5 to 3 years. Of course, I got no response because he's not using it. Anyway, yeah, give me a shout. What we'll do is we'll talk about what your experience is, what your objectives are. Then we'll loosely talk about some rough ideas of what you might be interested in getting as far as training, and then I'll develop a lesson plan, and then you'll approve it, and then after you approve it, we set a time and date for us to go over it, and then some follow up. Okay, hope that helps. All right, what I am going to do here, I have my You know, we're at 11 o'clock, so about 10 or 15 minutes, we're going to be done here. What is the stock that I'm long? Still a long Exact Sciences, EXAS. Okay. So let's go to here. And okay, it's not connecting into my SIM account. I'd have to actually log into that. I think I could do that. All right. NASDAQ taking another move lower. Get this out of your way. Let's get this. Ten a.m. Central, 11. They're in the middle of their conference call now. That's why you're going to get some gyrations here.
Order filled.
All right, get that out of the way. And take the chart trader to hidden. All right. And Sight did a little J-hook off the bottom and right back up to the highs. And we're getting a little push in the in some of our earnings stocks here. All right, I am going to shut off the recorder.